Good morning students and welcome to your Maths 1 online teaching session. As you know, we have started with the second chapter, that is quadratic equation. Today also we will continue solving few more sums of the same chapter. In the previous session, I have started with practice set 2.2 and did few sums which were based on factorization method of finding solution to quadratic equation. Today we will continue further with the sums of practice set 2.2. Now look at this question. 2m into m minus 24 is equal to 50. Now what is the difference between this and the previous sums of the practice set? The difference is, in the previous sums, the question was given in the standard form. Now from the sum onwards, they are not giving you the question in the standard form, but they are asking you to find the root by factorization method. So what should be our first step here? To get it in the standard form. I hope you know what is standard form of quadratic equation. It is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. So now what we will do is we will open the bracket here. 2m into m is 2m square. 2m into minus 24 is minus 48m and that is equal to 50. Correct? Then 2m square minus 48m, shift this 50 this side, it will become minus 50 is equal to 0. Now at this step I want you to remember that if you have equations which can be reduced, like it can be divided throughout by any common factor, always try to reduce and get it in simple form. I am not telling you that if you factorize it as it is 50 into 200, try to factorize 100 so that you get this 48. It is wrong. Absolutely not. It is correct if you do it by this method also, but in order to do it in an easy way, it's good that you divide throughout by the common factor. Now in this case, the common factor is 2. So my next step is dividing by 2 throughout. So what you will get? M square, 48 divided by 2 is 24 and 50 divided by 2 is 25. So m square minus 24m minus 25 is equal to 0. Now what? Product of the first and the last term. Nothing is here means 1. 1 into minus 25 is minus 25. And see the sum, it's 24. And I have told you the rule, when sum is a number and product is immediately the next number, the two factors should be the product and 1. So what is the product here? 25. So always like this, when a sum is a number and product is immediately the next consecutive number, always the two factors will be the product and 1. So see, 25 and 1. Nothing written means 1. These should be the two factors. Now considering the sign of the middle term, the greater number should have middle term sign. So 25 and 1, which is a greater number? 25. So it is having middle term sign, that is minus 25m. I hope you are understanding this. So it can be written as m square minus 25m plus m minus 25 is equal to 0. Now as we did in the previous sum, we will combine these two terms and try to take common. Once you have taken common, the thing which is repeated, write it only once, and the remaining which is outside, like m plus 1, that should be the next factor. Correct? So what are the factors of this? M minus 25, m plus 1 is equal to 0. Yes? Now we have learned a property that if the product of two numbers is 0, then either of the two number, any one of that two number can be equated to 0. So I'll write either m minus 25 is 0 or m plus 1 is 0. So from here m is 25, or from here I can get m is equal to minus 1. I hope all the steps are clear to you. Yes? Then write the final answer. The final answer is 25 and minus 1 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Yes? Okay. So I hope you are writing as well. Please try to complete the book as we are learning. As I am teaching you, you start writing so that the books are not incomplete. Okay? So let us move to the next question. The next question is again same type. See, just see what is the difference. 25m square is equal to 9. Now there are only two terms in this, right? Now looking at the question, it should click, you should understand in fact that these are perfect square numbers, right? So I am going to shift it here. 25m square minus 9 is equal to 0. Now since these are perfect squares, 25 is a perfect square of 5 and 9 is a perfect square of 3, correct? So what we will do, we will write it as whole square. 5m square, 5m the whole square minus 3 the whole square. Now why it is written like this? Because we can use identity formula in this. Which formula? A square minus b square. So what is the formula? A minus b, a plus b. So if I apply it here, what we will get? 5m minus 3 and 5m plus 3. I hope you are understanding this is equal to 0, right? So again the product of two terms is 0, so you equate each term as 0 and get the answer. So 5m minus 3 is equal to 0 or 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. 5m will be equal to 3 or 5m will be equal to minus 3. So from here divide by 5, you will get the answer as 3 upon 5 or minus 3 upon 5. I hope now these steps are clear to you, and the final answer is 3 upon 5 or minus 3 upon 5 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Yes, so this was based on identity method, identity formula was used. One more thing I want to clear here, that do not use shortcut method of writing m square is equal to 9 upon 25 and then taking square root you will get plus or minus 3 upon 5. That is mathematically absolutely right. But if they are asking you factorization method, you show all these steps. I hope you are understanding it. Okay, let us move to the next question. The next question is 7m square is equal to 21m. Now again this is slightly different from the previous two. What is different? As in the last sum, this is also having two terms, but these are not perfect squares. Yes or no? There we had perfect square, so we used a square minus b square formula. Here what we will do? First thing is we will shift it this side. 7m square minus 21m is equal to 0. Yes. Now since these are not perfect squares, 7 is not a perfect square, neither is 21. So what we will do, we will try to take common. From this 7m can be taken common. What will be left inside the bracket? See, 7m square, 7m is common, 1m will be left. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So m minus 3 is equal to 0. So now you can equate either 7m is 0 or m minus 3 is 0. Right? So m will be what? 0 upon 7 or m will be equal to 3. 0 upon 7, maximum of you, I don't know why, but you all write it as 7. Anything divided, 0 when you divide by any number you get 0. Correct? So m is equal to 0 and m is equal to 3 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. I hope this sum is clear. Yes, when they are non-perfect square, simply try to take common and then equate it to 0 to get the final answer. These are the steps that you need to follow. So final answer 0, 3 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay. Let us move to the next question. Now see, this is again different from the previous ones. M square minus 11 is equal to 0. Now here I can't see any 11m that I can take common directly as we did in the previous sum. It is simply m square minus 11 and this 11 is not a perfect square also. So then what to do? See, m square minus 11 is not a perfect square, but can we write it as root 11 the whole square? I hope you remember we have learned sirs that square root of 11 the whole square, when I take the square of it, what do I get? 11. How do I get that 11? Yes, it is root 11 into root 11. This one, root 11 the whole square is what? Root 11 into root 11, which is nothing but square root of 121, which is 11. That is the reason 11 is written as square root of 11 the whole square. Now it is similar to the previous one, a square minus b square. Right? Use the formula a minus b, a plus b. So m minus root 11 is equal to 0 or m plus root 11 is equal to 0. From here we can get these two answers, that m is root 11 or m is minus root 11. Okay. Similarly, you write the final answer. Square root of 11 and square root of minus square root of 11 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now we have finished with all the sums of practice set 2.2, right? 2.4. Now here what we are going to do is learn a new method. Now my new method, see, we have learned factorization method. I have already told you there are two more methods, that is formula method and completing square method. Completing square method is omitted from your syllabus for this year. Now we go to the next method, that is formula method. Yes, but what is the need of doing this? When we know factorization method, why should we learn another method called formula method? The reason is, see here, there are equations that cannot be factorized. For such equations, a more powerful method is required. A method that will work for every quadratic equation. Yes, see, there were few sums which we did today where we are using identity formula. Somewhere we are taking square root of 11 the whole square and all. Somewhere we are taking common. So factorization method is not applied for all sums. So what is to be done? A new method is to be used, that is called as formula method, and which is applicable for every quadratic equation. This is a general quadratic formula. Okay, now we know the general quadratic equation, how to write quadratic equation in general form. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then the value of x by formula method, the formula is this that you need to remember. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. It looks little difficult now, but trust me, it is very easy. You need to remember this formula. So I want you to write formula method as a heading and write this formula before we start with the exercise sums. Okay. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a is the formula to be learned when you are solving sums by formula method. Now what are you expected to do in this? Just plug in the values of a, b and c. You can say this a, b and c, and a, b and c are nothing but the coefficients. Okay, you will understand it better when we solve sums based on this. So for that, let us move to the next exercise, that is practice set 2.4. Okay, now in this, the first question is only 1 mark question that can be asked, where you need to compare the given quadratic equation by the general form and write the values of a, b, c. Okay, I am not explaining formula method here. I am just telling you a part of it where you need to compare and get the values of a, b, c. That is the first question of the practice set 2.4. See this, x square minus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. Compare it with the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now one thing I want you to remember, when you take the values of a, b, c, always take the coefficients with the sign, right? Nothing is here. So what is a? 1. In the place of b, what is written here? Minus 7. Don't take 7. Take the number along with the sign. So b is minus 7. And in the place of c, what is written here? 5. So in this question, you just have to write it in the standard form and get the values of a, b, c. Okay, that is the reason I told you these are hardly 1 mark questions. See the next one, 2m square is equal to 5m minus 5. First thing, bring it in the standard form. So 2m square minus 5m plus 5 is equal to 0. Now when we are comparing it, now this is not necessary that you compare it with am square plus bm plus c. You can compare it with ax square plus bx plus c. I have done it because in this question the variable used is m. So better we also compare the quadratic equation where the variable is m. Okay, this is actually the correct way of writing. But even if you write like this, I don't think they will deduct marks. So we will write am square plus bm plus c is equal to 0. So in this a is 2, b is minus 5 and c is 5. I hope all the steps are clear. These are very easy sums. See, we have not started with the formula method. We are simply doing the initial steps where we need to find the value of a, b, c. Now look at this. Y square is equal to 7y. Shifted here. Y square minus 7y. Now c term is missing here. So that we will write as plus 0 is equal to 0. This is a, this is b, and c was missing. So that I have written as plus 0. Because when I write like this, I am not changing the question. Okay, so comparing it with, now the variable used is y, so I am writing ay square plus by plus c is equal to 0. In the place of a, what we have? 1. In the place of b, what we have? Minus 7. And in the place of c, there was nothing, so that I have written as 0. I hope this sum is clear to you. Yes, these are easy sums, but we need to solve it in the notebook. Okay, so with this, I come to the end of this session where I have just solved few sums of factorization method and just given you the formula. I have not taught you formula method yet. That we will continue in the next session. So try to complete your book. Okay, we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.